Hi, good morning, beautiful women of Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs. My name is Diane, and today I will be covering with you ladies my unique business building blueprint for coaches and consultants. It is super early in the East Coast, 7 a.m. So, of course, for those of you that are elsewhere, it's even earlier. You're probably sleeping. So I am going to get started and I hope you will catch the replay and let me know if you have questions, if you like this information, if it serves you. I will tell you a little bit about myself first. Like I said, my name is Diane. I am a transformational life and business coach for entrepreneurs. I started this business a little bit over 2 years ago. I first started by getting certified as a life coach. I took three certifications. I just finished my fourth one recently. And I discovered that there is I don't know if I will say a problem, but a gap in our industry of coaches and consultants, where some of us will get prepared and will take certifications and spend lots of money in getting prepared to be good coaches and do great work in the world. And there isn't a good solid foundation for coaches and consultants to go out there and really make a profitable business. We do hear some success stories online, but these are very few. It's not the norm. A lot of coaches and consultants don't make a lot of money, even if they are great and amazing at what they do. So the problem that I saw having an entrepreneurial mindset, I've been an entrepreneur since I was 18, was that there needs to be a way, a system for coaches and consultants to implement to build their businesses, make money with their businesses, because you can be a starving coach, like the starving artist. You have never heard that term because it just doesn't work. You can be that and still serve your clients and show up fully for them. If you don't have your cup full, you can go out there and pour into the world. So we first have to take care of our needs, and one of our needs is to get our bills paid, to feel like we are in abundance and have this energy about ourselves that we can empower our clients and transmit to others. I'm going to be sharing my screen that has the business building blueprint. I have also put a link for the blueprint in the description of the video. You can let me know if you have questions or send me a message. I put a lot of information in this guide. This is years of me going to business school, having my own businesses in different industries, and how I applied all of that knowledge and experience into building my own coaching business and monetizing my coaching business. I have to say, I will consider myself fortunate that I did monetize and build a business out of my coaching trainings pretty fast after I started. And as I go through the guide, and hopefully by the end of it, if we have time, I can tell you a story of how I did that. But let me get started with this presentation so we can have enough time. Hopefully, it will let me share my screen. Let's see. Or maybe it won't let me share the screen. So that's okay. So we'll start with I'm gonna just go through the guide here. So don't mind me if I don't look directly into the camera. I just want to give you all of this information. It's some great information. I received a lot of great feedback from clients and prospects that have been downloading the free guide. You will now find a guide like this. It's basically MBA in business, experience in business, and my journey as I started and built my coaching business. So, what we'll talk about today. Let's first talk about the coaching industry. Something that you might be wondering if you are not a coach or if you are new or just interested in starting. So, the coaching industry is worth over $20 billion a year and it is growing. In this guide, I'm going to cover how you can get a head start to make money with your business and serve people better. So income from coaching can be made in many different ways. You can do one-on-one coaching, group coaching, mastermind groups, membership sites, online courses, and other group coaching modalities. Coaching skills can serve you in your business in many different ways. The coaching training is important for relationship building, understanding your client and their needs, and to help you maximize your ability to be a change agent, basically to make a change in the world and help your clients. So let's reflect. These are some questions that I recommend my clients to reflect on before they start a program with me. This is the first thing that I recommend. And I wish I would have done this when I started. So, what are your strengths and gifts? What are you good at? Is this something that you see yourself doing full time? And if so, by when? This is if you're thinking about becoming a coach or if you're already started your coaching business. These are questions that you need to ask yourself. What is your area of interest and why? Life coaching, business coaching, relationship coaching, health coaching, manifestation coaching, money mindset. There's so many different types of coaching. It really depends on what you like, what your gift is, what types of needs and problems do you enjoy solving. And as you're thinking about this, the best way to come up with an answer is if you reflect on who you were at the start of your journey. What made you come into coaching? Why did you decide to become a life coach? So, for me personally, I started my coaching journey not as a I want to be a coach, I want to charge to be a coach. I actually had a very good corporate job. I was making over six figures. I also had started a restaurant with my husband at the time. So money wasn't my my need or my desire starting a coaching business, but I was burnt out. I I was sick, I was tired, I wasn't happy. Uh, I was starting to realize that this dream of having the great job, the house with the white picket fence, the husband, the kids, going to soccer, baseball every weekend, that wasn't enough. I still felt some emptiness inside. So I started just reflecting and trying to see what it was that really fulfilled me. And that led me to coaching. There was a friend that came in and told me there's this certification about life coaching that I think you will really enjoy. At that same time, I was also starting to feel sick physically. I ended up getting diagnosed with a autoimmune disease. And if we have time, I can tell you more about that. I just don't want to run over. And so I started realizing that these feelings of unfulfillment were not only just feelings like, oh, I want more. It was actually affecting my health physically. So I went through the coaching certification program. My first certification was in ontological coaching, is a program that was certified by ICF, the International Coach Federation. And it was amazing. It was life changing. It started helping me understand the way that we create these things in our head, everything that we're fed through conversations, through what we grew up with, what our parents taught us since we were little, society, what we hear in the media, in the job place, and just reflecting on what it really was that I wanted out of life. What were my values? For the first time ever, at the age of 28, I was sitting here thinking, so what is it that I truly value in life? And just kind of making a list. So for me, my top values were family, were spirituality, and career. That was like the third or fourth. But when I took a look at my life, of how I was living my life, I was working most of the time. It was work, work, work. Family, I had time for my kids, but it was like barely. I had a nanny at the time that was helping me with my kids, and I was at work. When I wasn't at work, I was helping running the restaurant. It was a lot. So I started realizing I wasn't living my life true to my values. I wasn't being true to my values. And that's why I had this sense of unfulfillment and sadness. So let's move on with the business part. So what types of needs and problems can you solve? So you start reflecting on that. And what may hold you back from realizing your goals? This is another question you should think about. And what will your life be like with a profitable coaching business? These are all things that you need to consider before you jump into starting a business, or if you're scaling right now, if you're doing it, these are things for you to think about. And then after you do this reflection, this awareness stage, and you realize what you're good at, what are things that may hold you back, how you want to proceed, then you can set some goals. What would you like your typical day to look like in your business? How many coaching clients would you like to take on? How many group programs do you want to run? How many calls per week do you want to complete? How many mastermind groups would you like to run? How many speaking engagements, if any, would you like to do? How many seminars, workshops would you like to do? And other goals. And these are good things to think about because you may not want to do speaking engagements. You may not want to do seminars or workshops. So start getting clear on what are the things that you are willing and wanting to do, at least at this stage. Once you're getting started or if you're scaling, these are good things to start thinking about because this is basically going to be your day to day in your business. And with that also goes your pricing, because let's say that you don't want to charge high value prices for your coaching. So you want to do something at a lower fee, you want to serve as many people as you can. Then maybe one-on-one coaching might not be the best service for you to offer because you are giving your time and yourself, so it's not realistic to say you're going to do it for $10 a coaching call. So maybe a membership site might be more adequate for you, where you can charge a lower price and serve many people with pre-recorded courses, or just go live and be able to help many people at the same time. Or you can also do an online course. I've seen a lot of fuss about making online courses and membership sites now with COVID. It's not super hard. It's not like you need to hire a team of techs and pay thousands and thousands of dollars to do this. You will be surprised at how simple it is. The programs that they have out there, where you can pay as little as $200 a month to build a membership site and it does it all for you. It's amazing. It's incredible. You do not need to hire your own team of IT people and techs and spend thousands in multiple courses. If you have a talent and you know who you want to serve, let's get into that. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Then you can do it. So then once you realize what are the services and the things that you're willing to do, you want to create a plan to go forward and set yourself up for success. This is very important as you're starting a business or wanting to scale. If you are at a stage where you're like, okay, something needs to change, I'm not making enough money, or I want to do this differently. So you want to set yourself up for success. Calendar your business building times. It's critical that you plan each day. So get out your calendar and set aside a minimum of 30 minutes to 1 hour per day. This is what we call your business power hour, where you're going to focus entirely on making contacts, networking, joining groups, just exploring and seeing what's out there. How are people that are very successful doing it? There is something to that. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. If you have a super special gift and talent or way of doing things that you just want to go forward with, you just feel it in your gut, that's going to be life changing, change the industry, go ahead and go for it. But otherwise, just observe, do market research, just like any other business. So then send offers, emails for calls, mastermind groups, and other business building activities. And results are going to vary depending on the amount of time you put into building your business. So you want to set up your website and social media profile. Nowadays, with social media, with the reach that social media has, you don't even need a website. Or you can actually, if you already started coaching people, you have clients, you can set up a Google profile and they actually build a web page for you. And it's actually pretty nice. It looks pretty legit, where you can put pictures, you can put a description of your services, your contact information, the services that you offer, any special offers that you may have, and you can buy a domain name to attach it to that. So you don't even have to hire a web designer right away. Those are things that you want to do later on as you grow, as you have a larger budget. But if you have the budget and you want to start off like that from the start, then yes, having a website and a social media profile and good presence online will definitely help you. Business cards, this is more for when pre-COVID times where you could actually go and network and hand out cards. But business cards are good because as we start getting back into society, into this new normal, you want to have a business card to be able to pass out and get a conversation going. If you don't already have a professional headshot, uh, go and get yourself a photo shoot. It's great to build confidence, make you feel good, and it does really make you look professional. A good uh, professional photo shoot is going to be really good for you to have for your social media, for your Google listing, and of course your website once you get to building your website. You want to definitely get on social media and establish a presence, bring value to your clients. Getting on social media. Hello, Renee, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Getting on social media nowadays is like being on the radio before. So, and it's free. You don't have to pay for it. So take some time, set up your social media profile with your professional photos and show up and bring value to your clients. Whatever it is, that gift or talent that you decided on from earlier that you have, you want to show up and just share it with the world. And then begin telling your friends and colleagues and family about what you're doing, your services. And I know sometimes it can be scary to put yourself out there when you're starting out or when you're doing something different. We could be like, oh my God, my friends and family, they're going to think, look at this girl, she's doing something different now. Who cares? Get out there. You have to be a model for your clients. So showing up and silencing those fears, that's how you do it. You get out there and you do it, even if you're scared. You do it scared, you show up, and that's how you become a change agent. That's how you're going to be able to change the world by changing yourself first. So now let's talk about a business model that works. So you want to first and foremost, you want to identify your target market. What type of client do you want to work with? Identify what you would like to offer to your target client and the price. But let me go back. I think I went too fast on that one. It is really important for you to get clear on your ideal client. And this is a big mistake that new coaches make. I personally made it where you're like, okay, here I am. I'm a coach. Anybody, everybody, come to me. I will coach you. Now, that is the easiest way for you to start questioning your abilities, questioning your capacity to build a business in coaching. You need to get clear on who you want to serve. It's not the same thing to coach executives than to coach stay at home moms or to coach corporate moms or corporate women. So it's completely different. And again, think about who you were at the start of your journey into coaching. So for me, I was a corporate mom. And my problem was I was burnt out. I was making money, but I didn't feel fulfilled. So it wouldn't help for me to say, I'm a money coach, I'm going to help you make six figures. Well, I was already there. That wasn't my problem. So, who is your target market and what is their pain point? Okay, so think about who you were at the start. It could be I was sick, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, and I had to heal myself. So then I went into exploring and learning about health coaching and ways to heal yourself. So you could do that, but then get even more clear on your market. So you want to help men, women, what are the ages? Really, really clear. And there could be some resistance at the start as a new coach because you will be like, oh, but then I'm going to limit how many people I can serve. It's going to be harder for me. Nope, nope, nope. It's not going to be harder. That's a big misconception. The clearer you are on your target market, the easier it is. The messaging, the your website, your branding, all of that you will take into consideration if you know who your ideal client is. So I had a call with a prospect last week, actually. She wants to be a coach for parents that have kids that were recently diagnosed with autism. So you can imagine how specific that is And for her going into the coaching world and building her business, knowing that that's what she wants to do, is huge. It's going to save her so much time, and it's going to help her create programs that are specifically crafted to this ideal client of hers. She is a mom of an autistic child. She went through this process of awareness where she had to come to terms with what's happening, and now she feels empowered and she's ready to help other people go through that process of healing that she went through and of being empowered to help their child be unstoppable. So I think that was a really good example. And then once you know who your ideal client is, then you want to identify what you want to offer to them. Do you want to offer an online course? Do you want to serve them in a membership site? Do you want to do one on one coaching? So depending on those things, who your ideal client is also goes into deciding these things. Let's say your ideal client is a college student that doesn't have a lot of money, right? So you want to make it as affordable as possible, and you also want to deliver it to them in a way that they learn. So you, as of course, younger people who just want to learn online on their own for the most part, self-paced. So if you develop an online course or a membership site, you will be able to offer both of those things, the online education and coaching, and at a lower fee because you're not doing a one-on-one, just kind of like giving your energy out to one on one. You will not be able to offer that one on one coaching and service for a low affordable fee. That all goes into, you have to take that into account when you're deciding this. So then you want to plan to network with your target market. Where is your ideal client hanging out at? Nowadays, let's think about on in the online world. Are they on Instagram? Are they on Facebook? Are they on LinkedIn? Really consider this. You don't want to be posting and delivering value on Instagram if your ideal client is on LinkedIn. Don't waste your time. This is the easiest way for you also to become discouraged and to quit. I don't want you to quit. This is the reason why I developed this program. We need more coaches. We need more coaches serving. And if we're not making money, if we're not growing as an industry, covering our needs, our basic needs of abundance and making money with our business, and they coaches end up quitting, and that's not what we need right now. We need more power, change, change agents in the world. Okay, and then once you have your plan, you want to execute your plan because there's we don't get anything out of having a plan, and we have to execute. So you want to research and build a network and list of prospects. Like I said earlier, you want to research again your target market as much as possible. Research other leaders in the industry that are serving your target market. How are they doing it? How are they crafting their offers? What is the pricing? And this is really not rocket science, guys. You don't have to feel like I don't want to copy anybody. This has been done since the beginning of time. Coke, Pepsi, Sprite, 7 Up, like you just learn from what your competitors are doing and you try to do it better. You give it your own sauce. So it's you don't have to reinvent the wheel again. And then you're going to market to your network and list by serving, whether it is on social media, you show up, deliver value, or you can do it in person. That's actually how I built my business. I didn't want to be on social media because that was one of my things that I'm still actually working on, but COVID has helped me through it because it's forced me to get on social media a lot lately. So I decided back in my days where I was like, I'm burnt out. I need to do something that fulfills me. One of the things I wanted to be done with was social media because I realized I was spending a lot of time on social media and I wanted that time to spend with my family. So there are other ways. If you don't want to do social media, you can do in person networking groups, you can do seminars, workshops, you can do speaking engagements and deliver value this way. I know right now with COVID, this is a little tough, but as we start opening up again, you will be able to have those opportunities again. So keep those in mind. And then once you start marketing and you know how you want to market to your ideal client, then you start selling. You have an offer and you sell. You invite them to come into your program, you invite them to work with you. It's not as bad as it sounds. Like I know some people are scared of the term sell, And when you are selling, you are just serving. You can't service what you have not sold. And this is something I heard a few years back that really stuck with me because even for me, having my corporate career was in biotechnology sales, and I have no problem selling for a large Fortune 500 company, but then I had a problem selling for myself. And then I started to do some inner work about that. Like, I can't service anyone if I don't sell them into my programs. And then I was able to shift that into I'm inviting them to work with me. I have a solution to their problem, and it's an energy exchange. I don't want to take away the power from them to do this for themselves. So once you get through that, you will be able to serve more people and change the world this way. Okay, so yay. I'm glad that resonates with you, Renee. It happens to all of us. We just got to push through. So then you want to create daily success habits. So you can do mastermind groups or online groups. Right now, this is a really good opportunity for you to create groups online like this one. Get on a community such as this Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs and deliver value, help your ideal client, answer questions for new people. Oh, you're so welcome, Gloria. I'm so glad this is helpful to you. Uh, Lunch and learns or webinars. So right now with COVID, if you can't do in-person lunch and learns, webinars. Do webinars. Get out there. Trust me, I would never have thought I would do this 2 years ago. I was very shy, but I was perfectly comfortable selling for a corporate biotechnology company. I was selling millions of dollars for them. And then I had to do some work on that. Like, what is it with me? I'm selling for this company, but I can't do it for myself. How am I going to change the world? So you really have to check yourself and coach yourself through it. Offer complimentary coaching sessions, but be careful with this. I don't want you to do this too much because it can also be discouraging. If you're just giving free services all day, every day, especially to people that you know or family members, oh, I need coaching, but they're not willing to pay for your services. No, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself and don't do that to them because you are delivering value. And just like you can go and buy a $1,000 iPhone, you can pay for coaching to make your life better, to make more money, to have a better life, and to impact not only your life, but others around you. That's the powerful thing about coaching. You're not only changing their life, but this is scientific. Scientific studies show that genetically it's going to impact 3 generations down the road. So this is huge. This was one of my biggest selling points with my health coaching clients. So I will get a client, I will teach them how to get healthy. They will lose 30, 40 pounds, the one client. And then the wife all of a sudden also lost 30 pounds. The son lost 20 pounds, and the whole family is healthier and happier. So that's the power of your work as a coach. And that's why you need to charge for your services because there's huge value. Okay. So here are a few ideas of who to invite for your offers. So people you already know from your existing network, people in your networking groups, people who are already in mastermind groups or online groups that you are part of. Run Facebook ads. Don't be afraid to do that. This is a business, so do that as you get more comfortable, as you are clear on who your audience is, what your offer is, and your price. And then be sure to follow up with every new contact and prospect. This is critical in the relationship building process. Okay. Um, Remember this, by recording your dreams and goals on paper, you set in motion the process of becoming the person you most want to be. Put your future in good hands. Those are your own hands. And this is a quote by Mark Victor Hansen, and I love it. So that is all for the presentation. I want to thank all of you ladies for joining. If you want to find out more information about me and what I do, you can find the links on the description of the live. And if you want the business building blueprint, it's really amazing. I'm kind of bummed that I couldn't share the screen. Just download it. I put the link there. You will have everything that I just covered, and you'll be able to reach out to me for any questions that you have. Thank you so much. I am so grateful for all of you that tuned in, and that I was able to spend this time with you. I hope you ladies have an amazing day. Bye.